Alrighty then, YouTube. So, as I'm driving down the road, my hands are on the steering wheel. We drive like grandmas, but anywho, we're going to talk about what's going to be going on with the triple axle. One of the main things that I've been having problems with is that I can never get a decent enough load to where the jack doesn't scrape the ground. And I pull my triple axle behind this truck, which is a 2005 Chevy 2500 HD. It's got an add leaf in the back, so I should have plenty of fucking weight in the ass. And I think stock, it can, on the bumper, it's like 18,000 pounds. No, 12.5 is what it is on the bumper stock. And then over the rear axle, like with a gooseneck, it's 18,000. But with the add leaf and the little bit of oomph we gave this truck, I should be able to do 18,000 pounds on the bumper. Now, that triple axle is a 30,000 pound trailer, which is what I can haul with it. I'm gonna get it plated for probably about 25, just because I don't really see myself pulling much more than that. I mean, the most it really pulls or hauls that I haul it for when I'm not hired out for custom is 8,000. So if you do that with a trailer, 10,000. You know, with the truck, it's probably 25. So I don't know how that all works. I'll talk to the lady at the DMV again. But the main thing that I'm going to be doing to that trailer is the jack is going to get raised up about another probably foot to 18 inches, because then I can figure out where I need to keep my load at once I do that. Because right now the jack actually stops it from my truck bottoming out, which I've never really had this thing loaded that heavy, but it just kind of stops it because there's so much weight on the front. So the trailer sits like this the whole time, which kind of really just makes you want to, you know. And then another thing we're going to do is I'm going to end up grinding down that whole trailer, and I'm going to paint it. Now, it was painted red, and I do like the color red that's on it, but I'm thinking I'll probably end up going with more of a, like, yellowish kind of color, because yellow does pop, and I think with a black truck, it'll look nice. And it'll look nice with my white truck and my dad's silver truck, too. So that'll be done. And then after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add more lights to it. Currently, the lights do not work, which I'm just going to say screw it with the wiring that's on it, and I'm going to rerun all my wires and hardwire all my lights in, because they seem to always work better with a hardwire connection. They got the little, like, pins kind of things that you shove in the back of the light, and normally that works. It's good for a while until you get driving down the road, or you got to unfold the ramps, and then you accidentally pull that wire, and then you have to redo that whole it's just a pain in the ass. So all that'll end up getting moved. I'm not sure where to yet, but you know, that's just a plan. And while we're in the winter months, so I'm not really hauling much, you know, I'll go from there with that. Oh, and then my winch. Currently, before I was on the road, I welded a plate onto my weight bracket that's on there, and that's just because the trailer never had enough fucking ass or front end into it after the ramps were added on. So it always kind of sat like this, and when you pulled it down the road, you couldn't do over 45 because it actually pick up the back of your truck and swing it. But anyway, so I welded a plate over that, and it's going to get welded better than it is. I just kind of tacked it on there to see how I liked it, and then that way I can grind it off if I don't like it, and just pick it up real quick. I do like where it's at right now. We'll probably go through with that. And then that'll all get mounted up. It'll get bolted in, and then I'm going to actually weld it to that plate. And I figure that way it's got more strength. It's not just pulling off the 4 bolts. And then I can haul more. And basically the reason why I'm redoing this trailer is because I do a lot of hauling. I haul a lot for myself. I haul a lot for my buddies. I have a guy who I work for in the summer. I haul a lot of hay with that trailer. Which, if you ever do look at my TikTok, which is Junk Hauler, or Jeans and Boots 301 or There Alone. It doesn't matter how you spell it, it's the same spelling the whole way. It works like that both ways. There's a couple videos of me doing that. But this way, it's all just kind of better for doing that, and I can haul more, and it's actually legal. Because right now, I've just been running around with no tags on it, which around here, you know, you get away with that just because it never really goes further than 50 miles from my house. I mean, the furthest I've gone with it, and I probably shouldn't have done it, was to Michigan and back, which is about a 1,000-mile round trip. I think it was 1,062 miles in total. And it wasn't that bad. I mean, it pulled just straight as an arrow all the way down there. I had no issues with it. Besides the lights, I didn't blow any tires or nothing. It all worked out. And it's been a good trailer, but I want to make sure that this way it looks nice. I want all my stuff to look like I know what I'm doing. I do know what I'm doing, but I want it to look like I know what I'm doing and I can afford to have this nicer stuff. So that's just kind of the plan with that trailer. I figured I'd give you a little update. Then another thing with the white truck, I'll just run through all these with all my plans. The white truck, which is my '89 Chevy, we all call it the tow pig around here because you hook it onto anything and it pretty much just goes. It's never had any real problems with the fact that it's underpowered, but more or less it just doesn't have four-wheel drive, which as soon as I get the transfer case put in, it'll pull anything I want. But for right now, I need to find another mirror, which I think I found one. I just got to put it on and get the bracket put back on. And then after that, that's kind of going to be like a show truck, just because it's my favorite truck. My '89's my all-time favorite. I love it like no other. It comes first in my heart. You know, the black one I've had for a while. I got a lot of memories in this thing. I've had a lot of women in this thing. It's been through every relationship since I got my license, is basically what I'm trying to say. I might get hit for that, but anyway. But that's what's going to go on with that, is I got to get a transmission put in it, and then transfer tank. I thought about getting a service bed for it. I really did, to make it kind of like a service truck, because I do a lot of mechanical work for other people, which I've never really had a problem with. And the car behind me is doing some weird stuff, but anywho, that's not the point. So that's the plan with that. I'm going to get some better lights for it and all the other stuff. My black truck currently is the only vehicle that I'm really not having problems with. It just kind of runs and drives. Just get in and go. It's going to get a new gauge cluster because I can't really see the miles on it, which is whatever. I'm just not going to sell it because I like this truck too much. What else? My cattle trailer. If you see it, you've probably seen it on TikTok quite a few times. I do a lot of hauling with that, whether it's cattle or I'm helping somebody move. That is one of my all-time favorite trailers to pull, and it was in pretty good shape. And the fender's all messed up on it, so that's going to be another thing that needs to be fixed. I'd like to actually get some LED lights for that and redo all the lights on that too, because it's got like 4 working lights on it right now. And they just need to be changed, need to be just brand new and just be done with it. And then I want to put a light on the inside, so that way in case, you're loading cattle at night or you're loading pigs at night, you can load them whenever you want. And it'll be nicer. You could load whatever you need to in it, and it'll, go up and go. The little purple trailer that has been on TikTok, I really don't use it that much, but I use it when, like in the summer when I'm mowing, because it's just easier to throw my little 110 deer on there, or 160 deer on there. You pick up the front end, you just throw the ass end up, and you're good to go. You can hammer down. So that'll be the plan with that. For right now, there's nothing I want to do on that. I painted it purple because, I didn't have any other colors, and I kind of like the purple, so it just kind of makes it stand out. But yeah, so basically, I want to put all these on YouTube because I feel like I'm bombarding my TikTok with me just talking, and I figure this way I don't really have to worry about you know, what I gotta say. I can think it through as I talk, because that's how I work. I start on one project and I think of a million different ways to do it, and I try them, you know. But this way, I thought about it. It's down somewhere. I can look at it, or if somebody has the same idea, or you just want to follow along on my little adventure, you're more than welcome to. Yeah, that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about for right now, and I figured, you know, it'd be easier while I'm driving actually to sit down and just talk about it. And we'll go through there. We'll go from there, not through there. But that should be everything that's going to get done this winter. And in the summer, I'll do longer, you know, more videos, because I'll probably be, if I'm not working at my job, I'll be working with one of my dad's good friends, who's become a good friend in my life. I raked hay for him this summer, hauled hay for him. I really did enjoy that. That was one of the best things I ever did. So that'll be something else, you know. Any part of agriculture I kind of like, and, you know, maybe if I get big enough, I'll reach out and I'll go through, you know, some other different parts of agriculture, like not all the farming stuff, but that's mainly what I'm interested in. And a lot of it's just going to be me just messing with my own stuff, fixing it, getting it put back on the road. Maybe even a little bit of my boss's stuff, if he's okay with it. You know, it's just kind of those things. So, I don't know. I think I still have some videos up of when me and Vern worked on Bob, which I do still have. Don't worry. Bob ain't going nowhere. He's on the list. Maybe I'll get him pulled in the shed somewhere and we'll work on him sometime. Don't mind the road. It's kind of bumpy through here, at least to this section. But yeah, that'll be, and there goes my phone. But that'll be the ideal thing that I do or end up doing. That way it just gets done. But Bob will be put in the shed. I'll make a video on him, what all's left I got to do. But it's a learning curve as I go along. It's nothing, I don't really know what I'm doing, so it's all learning as I go, you know. I only ask my friends for so much help, and I'd like to learn. That's why I watch, and that's why I try to do it myself first, and then, you know, they come over and they're like, you're an idiot, you know, you're supposed to do it this way, not that way. So, in the future, you're going to see some more videos of my ugly mug, and we'll go from there. So, see you on the next one.